Okay, greetings, salutations, good day, and hi, and welcome once again to Formula Holo's 5th series, where we continue the HoloDrive for 5 with rounds 4 through 6. We have 3 more rounds for you today. First up, we head to Slovakia for the very first time and go through the many twists and turns and elevation changes of the Slovakia ring circuit, followed by 2 crazy rounds at the fictional Spanish circuit, the La Dehesa race complex. One track with lots of straightaways, and the other with lots of twists and turns to challenge the HoloLive drivers. Let's go right ahead and have a look at the points standings. As you can see, at the top is Gura of EN Gen 1. Currently on 132 points, scored in all 3 races. Second, it's a tie for second between Momo Suzunene of Nepalabo Racing Team Gen 5 and Gen 6 to holoCouncil. Kazama Iroha, who got the very first podium finish for her new team at Detroit in round number 3. Both Nenechi and Iroha are on 60 points. And they have a 60-point result at 3rd place finish and a 5th place finish. And DNQ, so they're both tied 2nd. 4th is Shirogami Fubuki with just 101 points. Pole position and a race win, yet has failed to qualify for the other 2 races in the set. And 5th is Skumosana with 100 points exactly. So, on to the bottom of the table, and we see that 7 drivers still have yet to score. And that includes 3 Gen 4 members. Horrifying start to the series for the Uber Sheep team, as we'll see in right now. We'll see the team. We'll see a team table. The Constructors Championship. Of course, it's Gen 1. The Watson Industries team, the EN Gen 1 team with 265 points. Gamers 247. Thanks to Fubuki's excellent race win and Okayu's 3rd place finish in the next race. But look at the bottom of the table, the Gen 4 Uber Sheep team. 1 point, 1 single point. Cause Kanata, Watame, and Luna have failed to score a single point so far in the series. Towa's single point was a result of her getting a pole position at Detroit, and then subsequently finishing outside the top 30. But let's see what will happen as we proceed with today's races. 3 more to deal with today. Opening up RF, and let's get right to it already. It's round number 4, Slovakia ring. Very first time in that Eastern European country. It's 13 laps, and everyone should be in. And let's load, because I want to get this done. Because I'm a bit slow. I'm a bit groggy this morning. Woke up too early to watch the exciting conclusion to the F1 season, the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. As you can see, it was an exciting finish. If you watched the race, it was really exciting. Max Verstappen on the last lap, overtaking Lewis Hamilton to win his very first F1 World Championship. So congratulations to Max Verstappen. As we peruse the Motodrome Slovakia ring, which is almost 6 kilometers, which is just shy of 4 miles in length. And we'll see what a lap is like in just a moment as we see Bells come out. Let's follow her. Let's follow the adorable rat out of the pit lane and onto the circuit. Clockwise run as per usual on these sorts of road circuits. Nice crowd on hand as Bells tries to find her footing on these interesting ups and downs. Yes. Yeah, the elevation changes can be quite tricky to figure out. And this track contains lots of curvy sections. Not much in a way of tight 90-degree angles, but it contains curves. So that I'd say this track would be easier to manage than a couple of the other tracks used in this series. A nice, easygoing circuit. The only challenge being those humps on the track. And just a couple more turns to worry about. And you're basically home free. There's the pit lane, and that's a lap at Slovakia ring. Let's see who will qualify for this race, and certainly at least 2 drivers from Uber Sheep will still be unable to score. That includes Kanata, who will go 4 races this series without scoring. And let's do some cuts here. Nikirami just doesn't want to bother. No Yozoromel, no Sora, no Risu. Nanashimume scored last race, but suddenly forgot how to race this time. Choco's not in. Corne is not in. Twapi, likewise. Winner's Curse. No Skmosana. And she is not in. And that's 3 Uber Sheep drivers who have failed to make the cut. And it looks like Luna's gonna be the lone one who will get to race this round. A few more to trim. Anya and Rene failed to make the cut for ID Gen 2, and Ame just misses out on qualifying for the race. And quite a few Holox members starting off toward the back of the grid, and let's see who gets the point. The point for pole position. The pole position point is gonna go to Okayu. Another top start for the MiofaTauri driver. So Okayu and Pekara will start off on the front row. They're Desirous. Azuki Miku Noel. Flare Koyori and Robico. Ollie, Fubuki, and Mio. And 13 through 15 is consisting of Fauna, Subaru, and Luna. Suisse, Polka, and Hachima. Yofi, Aqua, and Ina. Kiara, Shion, and Laplace. And 25 to 27, Callie, Chloe, and Gura. Aisha, Rose, and Iroha. Aichan, Aki, Rose, and Iroha. Of course, Crony, Matsuri, Bells, 31 to 33. Crony, Matsuri, Bells, and Louis, Rushia, and Lammy make up the rest of the field. Alright, 13 laps at Slovakia Ring. Grid is good to go, just about. So here we go. We're all set to go. It's the second stream. First of 3 races here on this Sunday afternoon, December 12th. We're here at Slovakia Ring for round number 4 of the 5th series. It's lights out and away we go. Here comes Okayu and Pekra. Everyone disperses, going across this long straightaway into the first turn. Into her first turn, Okayu. Oh, nice distance between her and the rest of the field. Everyone just slowly going through the turns. A bit of a mistake by Kiara, but it's only minor. She's way behind the rest of the pack, but she's still in it. Okayu. It's Okayu, Pekara, and Iris, the top 3, heading into the internal section of this rather curvy circuit. Okayu, as you know, finished 3rd at Sherrod, which saw a 1-2 finish for EN Gen 1 yesterday, with Gura getting the win and Callie finishing just behind. Oh, look at these first few drivers very close to each other. And Pekra is on the move, and she'll go into the lead, approaching that bit of a pimple section before going into the last straight before the start-finish straight. And Pekara, who has won a couple of races previously, will take the lead after this opening lap. Notably, the finish line is a bit behind the start line on this circuit. The grid is positioned just ahead of the finish line. As Kiara will come to a crawl, everyone has completed at least the opening lap, and we have Sakura Miko of Sudoria Sorotomo going into second. Iris is still in the top 3. Okayu has dropped a bit to 4. And Oski, who won at least 3 races in FH, in the top 5. So have a look at the Secret Society. Hakui Koyori is 8th. At Shirachi, start off in pole position, but but immediately crashed out, was one of the first to crash out. She did a bit better job at Detroit in the next race, and now here she is in the top 10, just trying to pace herself as you have a look at all these cars on hand. It's all single file racing. Current championship leader Gura of EN Gen 1, currently 24th. As the first bunch of drivers cross, it's Pekara, Miko, and Iris after 2 laps. Miko just behind Pekara as they go up this hump, and Miko trying to find a way to overtake Pekara, but Pekara just finds a distance away from Miko. I thought I heard that there was a bit of animosity between these two, but yeah, well, there certainly seems to be such here in FH. Miko behind Pekara by 0.441, and Okayu 4.5 seconds behind Pekara. It's a battle between these two drivers here at Automotodrom Slovakia ring. The very first time that these HoloLive drivers are racing at Slovakia. Once again, if you're just joining us here, this is the first of 3 races today. We have rounds 4 through 6 today. We're doing 3 more races. After this, we are going to the fantasy circuit in Spain, the La Dehesa circuit, for 2 rounds on 2 different circuit configurations. One being a track containing lots of straightaways and an interesting loop-de-loop section, which I am quite eager to show you once we get to the next round. And the other is a crazy circuit with even more lefts and rights. So be sure to tune in for the races on hand, as Gura has to take a stop at pit lane. Gura and the Luna are stranded. And Chiara is still well behind the rest of the field. Check out the middle of the pack. All single file racing. This is one of those easygoing circuits. This is a circuit for the GT World Championship, as we see Fauna make a bit of a mistake, but she quickly corrected herself. But we'll lose a few spots. Subaru overtakes Fauna, going up to 18. It's Pekara, Miko, and Okayu still the top 3. Iris goes down to 4th, as Hakui Koriori goes up to 6th now. Or maybe she was 6th. She has been 6th for quite a while. I'm not so sure. Drivers pacing themselves. As we see a slippity by Aqua Gone down a bit to 12. So far, one driver is behind by a lap. That's Luna. All 5 drivers of Hawks are in this race. Takani Louie is 20th. Just behind Subaru and Yofi. Meanwhile, as we scroll a bit further down, Chloe is at 27, just still far to go. LaPlus still barely in the points. Same as with Iroha, but just so all drivers in Gen 6 are within the points at the moment. Oh! What an attack by Miko! What an attack by Okayu. Pekora goes down to 3rd. Sakura Miko has had previous experience in Assetto Corsa Competitionale, or however you pronounce that name. I know it's Assetto Corsa. I know it's the ACC version. Has had experience trying to ride in Grand Touring cars in that game in streams. Quite fun streams if you can get over the fact that racing simulators such as that, including R Factor and its sequel and other races involve a first-person view, naturally. So Miko is doing a very good job. She has dropped down a bit to 2nd, but still one of the leaders of this race. Pekora has gone back up to 1st. Still wants to subvert the issue of the hare being the tortoise, as Pekora, Okayu, and Miko are recorded 1, 2, 3. Arzunoski still in the top 5. Oh, Korori's on the move. Oh, too risky, and she's gonna drop down a bunch of places. Oh, she had a chance to go into the top 5. Now down to 10. Gotta be very careful about making risky moves like that. Pekora is now behind Okayu. As Okayu tries to increase her distance somewhat, as we are over the... we are at the halfway point now, because we have 7 to go. 6.5 now, actually. All drivers of Hawks still in the points. For the time being, it's still mostly single file racing. As we go around this last straightaway before start finish. And we're just about through 7, so 6 to go in round number 4 at Slovakia Ring. With Okayu leading by 1.8 seconds now. Iris goes up to 3. With Miko just behind. Miko wants to get back into podium position. And she'll do so. Well, the problem is if she'll be able to hold on to it. No! She just slips on by, and Azuki goes back into the top 3. So from one solo driver to another solo driver, it's a 2 B singers in the top 5. Gotta be very careful about what you're doing. So far the worst case scenario is slipping and sliding when you're on this circuit. Worst case scenario of this circuit. No one has crashed out yet. Still just Luna behind by 1 lap. Oh, never mind. I see someone crashing out. Unfortunately, it's Achan's day. That's done already. Don't know what happened there, but that's not quite a good result for the staff member, and her round 4 is done. Achan first to crash out. In last night's test race I did for this circuit, no one crashed out. Just a couple drivers ended up behind by 1 lap at the worst. Here we have a casualty already with Achan crashing. Okay, still the leader. Pekara and Azuki 2 and 3. As you see, as you saw a brief glimpse of a fight between some of these drivers. Oh, there's perhaps an even closer fight. Never mind, it's single file racing, but perhaps on these turns there may be opportunities to overtake. Takani Louie takes said opportunity. She's up to 15 now. And Iris, who was in the podiums at one point, has dropped to 6. Shunui Flare, you guessed it, Usada Kinsetsu, the highly dominant team of the past 2 Formula Holo series, finds herself in the top 5. Mikayu's in the lead still. Pekara still 2nd, and Azuki 3rd now. So 4 laps left. It's Okayu, Pekara, and Azuki. And Okayu leading by almost 2.5 seconds. Wants to give the MiofaTauri HoloLive Gamers team another big boost in the Constructors' Championship. As you know, Okayu finished 3rd at Trot. I already mentioned that. Was in the lead for quite a nice chunk of the race before Gura made her mark and chomped at the rest of the competition. This time, Okayu, being the speedy feline of this race. Okayu wins. It's going to be the 2nd pole sitter after Fubuki in round 1 to win the race and get the maximum 101 points. And it's looking pretty good for her as we complete the 10th lap and go down to 3 laps of this 13-lap race. As we see, Aki Rose joined the +1s due to reasons unknown. Oh, not too good for Kiara and Gura. As we see a shuffle between these drivers here. The Series 4 champion Noel and had a bit of a shuffle between Iroha and Laplace Darkness. And Chloe goes up to 30th, and Laplace Darkness, no my dork, she is finding herself all of a sudden outside of the points. Meanwhile, the battle for third is currently led by Azuki. Azuki, Miko, and Flair going very close to each other. Trying to find a good zone in which to try for an overtake, but these turns are just too tight. 2 laps to go. Okayu still with the advantage. Look at her, she's trying to mogu the competition. Pekora still speedy despite being a distant second. Nice top 10 battle with Hachima going up into the top 10 now. And Koyori is it has lost a few more spots for some reason. Oh, a mistake by Iofi. Gotta be careful as she comes back in. She loses several spots on the table. But luckily, no one ran into her, and she is still driving. And Takani Lui is now ahead of Koyori, with Ina just in between the two. And here comes Nakamata Okayu to approach the start to finish straight. 1 lap to go at Slovakia. It's Okayu, Pekora, and Azuki, the top 3 heading into this last lap of the round. And it looks very good for Okayu. A big distance between her and the others, and Pekora, it looks like will just about to take third. Azuki, yeah, Pekora's second, I meant. Azuki is the one who's most likely to get third. As we have half a lap left, going through the inside section. Trying to not to make any mistakes here. Almost 4 seconds of a lead for Nakamata Okayu. MiofaTauri had trouble in previous series trying to get race winners, and that team's on the verge of getting 2 race wins this series. Nakamata Okayu just that large turn away from her very first race win. And getting the maximum 101 points. And last turns, finish straight inside. Nakamata Okayu wins at Slovakia Ring. For MiofaTauri's second race win, Pekora comes home second. Sakura Miko overtakes Azuki at the last moment for the last podium spot. So, two MiofaTauri race winners, both resulting in maximum 101-point finishes. Pole position starts, resulting in race wins for Fubuki at Surface Paradise, and now Nakamata Okayu here at Slovakia Ring. 35 of 36 drivers, it looks like, will be classified. That's that. Points are shut down. Unfortunately, for Gura and Chiara, no points for either of them. Nor will Laplace score here, finishing just outside the top 30 as Noel closes the points. So we have had vastly different results in the 4 races so far with the pole sitters. 2 of them ended up winning the races, and the other 2 failed to score points outside a pole position as Caillou goes into the garage. Everyone is in, and we'll stop the music for now and record the points. Okayu, your race winner, her very first FH victory. Mogu, yummy winner, rice ball dinner. Pekora second, Miko third. Asuki, Fubuki. My fingers are cold. I need to warm up so I can type fast. And let's see, Mios, we say, makes the top 10. Louis, Ollie, Hachama. Where were we? Ninamai Inanis, finishing 14th. Koyori, 15. Subaru, Aqua, Polka, Rushia, Shion, Bells, Fauna, Coroni, Callie, Matsuri, Chloe, and the rest of the pack. And we are going to add in the points. We're going to add in the points and see how both championships are affected. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep, that does look right. That does look right to me. Yeah, Gura, Chiara, Laplace, Luna, and Akiros, and HM fail to score in this race, with Okayu, Pekora, and Miko taking the podium spots. So we're going to update the medal counts. Okayu, first ever FH victory, congratulations. Pekora, second place. Miko gets another third place finish Both podiums are third place finishes for Miko. And the Drivers' Championship now has Nekomato Okayu taking the top spot. Both the top two in the Drivers' Championship are both HoloLive Gamers members, Okayu and Fubuki. Okayu 160, Fubuki 146. Gura goes down a bit to 132 after failing to score at Slovakia. And Flair goes up to the top 5, I think, 122. In fact, the top 5 has 3 of the 4 members, with Mio going into the top 5 on 120 points. Corner way down there at 45th with only 6 points. Tired doggo indeed. Anyway, the Constructors' Championship, unsurprisingly, after that's a very nice performance, the MiofaTauri team now leads the Constructors' Championship with 426 points, and which team's second? It's still going to be EN Gen 1 with 289 points, and third is Gen 3 with 265 points. And wouldn't you believe it, Gen 4 still on just the one Constructors' Championship point after 4 races. Neither Gen 4 member scored, with Luna, the only one qualified for that round, finishing 34th for not. All right, let's move on. All right, let's just move on before my head starts to hurt again, because we have an extended trip to Spain this time, a fictional version of Spain, which apparently has a La Dehesa circuit, which I thought would be a real sort of a racing complex, but no, it's fictional. So there's multiple configurations for this circuit. We're gonna just go to the Oeste and Este circuits. First, the Oeste or West circuit. No, Patrick, West is not West. And we'll just move on. Yeah, both tracks being loaded show an error on the screen, but luckily it doesn't cause our factor to crash. So the races can still proceed as they are. And yeah, the first track is 2.92 miles, 4.6 something kilometers. As we try to find the duplicates, the duplicate drivers on hand. Now we're waiting for the time for qualifying to go in. A rather unorthodox 40 minutes of qualifying time to get laps in. As the first drivers make their way out against their will. Featuring Towa, the lone point scorer so far for Gen 4. Because what gives? Extremely large sign in the background. Now, after the first couple sections, you find yourself going into the fun section of the track, which I like to call the loop-de-loop. You go up and then you go down under that bridge. Going into the more curvy sections of the circuit. Mainly big turns and straightaways. With a few tight turns. There is a chicane that one has to go through. And then it's straightaway, where it's all speed. Under the Pirelli sign, which makes no sense as FH uses Goodyear tires and not Pirelli's. Although I suppose one could modify the textures for this vehicle to show Pirelli tires instead of Goodyear's. I don't know what difference would that make besides visually. Let's see who will qualify for this race, and let's see where Towa finishes in qualifying, if anything. And surprise, not that well for Towa. She doesn't make the cut. Luna also fails to make the cut. 5 races without scoring for Luna. Oh yeah, I forgot to see who has yet to score. Luna is definitely going to be one of the drivers who have yet to score. Mel also will go 5 races without scoring. Shockingly enough, that's 4 consecutive DNFs for her. Quite a sleepy vampire. Luna doesn't even want to bother Towa. Just no go. Sadly, Ina has failed to qualify for this race. Marine is a scratch. Luna is one of at least 2 drivers who will not get to race. Who will still be without points. As looks like Watame will qualify, at least. And Kanata is somewhere. Watame's 16th. We'll just see the pole position before we clear out the rest of the field, and Kanata will start off a 3rd. Flair will get the bonus point for pole position. Iverson Laplace are no-goes. Ame is a scratch. Mel and Ayame, Ollie, Bells, Choco, Azuki, and Okayu will race. She wants to avoid that winner's curse. And Rainy just misses out in the cut. Not quite a good series so far for the Series 3 champion. So, a 1-2 starting front row start for Gen 3, Flair and Beckera. And Kanata wants to score points. She'll start off 3rd. Anya, Korane, and Shion. And then it's Mikosana and Roha. Fubuki, Crony, and Roboco. And then Mio, Okayu, Yofi. Watame Polka, Sora. Suisei, Callie, and Fauna. Botan, Louie, and Mume. And then H-chan, Kiara, and Koyori. Aqua, Nene, and Lammy. Gura, Risu, and Subaru. Akiros, Matsuri, and Hachima. Round out the grid. So it's round number 5. 15 laps at La Dehesa Oeste. With Okayu, the current championship leader, starting off 14th in this race. And we are set to go here. Grid is all positioned. The pretend formation lap is just about done. As I need to open up my side computer. And we are set to go here. We're set to go here for round number 5. First of 2 races at La Dehesa Oeste. Shurenori Flare on pole position. Usada Pekra, front roper, starts round number 5. It's lights out and away we go. Here comes Flare, Pekara, Kanata, Anya, and the rest of the field as they approach the first turn. This is where drama might ensue. Lots of cars spill out wheels and other stuff. Oh, Koyori! Unfortunate result for her. Another first turn exit. No points for Koyori. That is just brutal for our factor to do so like that. Koyori crashes out in the opening bloodbath in the first turn. Flare has a big lead. The time might not say much, but look at the gap between her and second place Pekara. And we have more mayhem with some of these drivers. Oh, Caillou! Oh, locks wheels with Risu! And Risu wants to overtake Caillou into the straightaway. We'll check back on them later, I think. Flare takes the lead. Followed by Pekara. 1-2 by Usada Kinsetsu. Anya Melfissa of Kreichi Kinsetsu is currently third, followed by Kanata and Fubuki. Kanata wants to get on the board, score her first points this series, as Eichan becomes the second casualty, and Suisei third. So far we have lost 3 drivers, with Koyori, Suisei, and shockingly enough, for a second consecutive race, Eichan. They all crash out. Which is ironic because Suisei's music is playing in the background, and we have a lot of drivers at pit lane. going in and then coming out once more. So first lap drama sees 3 drivers out of the race. It's still Flair, Pekara, and Anya. Top 3. At least 8 drivers now. 10 through, making it 11. As Flair goes around the loop-de-loop. And Okai, Umio, and Takane Louie are behind by 1 lap. Louie is going into pit lane. Matsuri, I don't know what's going on. Mio is just getting out of pit lane. So is Okayu, and a mistake in pit lane! Takane Louie crashes out, runs into Okayu, and is another Holo X member out of the race. We'll just see what happens. Oh, look at that! Okayu just wanted to get out, but Takane Louie just unintentionally gets in Okayu's way and pays the price for that blunder. So no score for Louie, unfortunately. After 4 consecutive double-digit races, double-digit score races of at least 20 points, that's her first no score of the series. Flair leading by almost. Still early on in the race. Fubuki is just behind Anya at 4th. And here comes Corona in the top 5, well behind the rest of her gen mates, who are apparently all in the top 5. At least they should. Yeah, 3 of the 4 MiofaTauri members are in the top 5 in the Drivers' Championship, with Corona way behind. Corona is in the top 5, at least in this race. As Flair crosses the start-finish and keeps the lead at hand. As I gotta pause momentarily because I forgot to add an extra point to Okayu's score. She's not on 160 but 161 because Okayu won from pole at Slovakia. Now it's not rigged, but yes, now it's not as rigged. Okayu, it didn't affect the scores that much. Okayu did take the lead with that win. And even without that bonus point, then not much would have happened. As Flair goes around that chicane. Oh, Fubuki has managed to overtake Anya for 3rd. Still the 4 drivers out of the race for various embarrassing reasons. 28 drivers are within the lead lap. Flair crosses start-finish. So the top 2 are still Flair and Pekara because Usada Kensetsu is still trying to be the dominant FH racing team to worry about. want to see what drama is transpiring with some of these drivers. But it's all just single file racing. Okayu looks like wants to continue the trend of the winner of the previous race not scoring the next race, because this racing simulator continues to be drunk. As Shiranui Flair remains in the lead. Oh, look at that. Anya has gone up to second now. Wasn't she like fourth and at one point, and now she's jumped up 2 spots to P2. Tsukumo-san is now in the top 5. Son of the winner at Detroit. And Kazuma Iroha once again wants to drive well. Iroha finished 29th in the previous round, but is currently in the top 10 on the La Dehesa West Circuit. Flair still has a big gap. A little over 6.5 seconds still. Results told she'll get the maximum 101 points because of her pole position point. Flair is still good. And Anya and Pekara are in the top 3. Fubuki has dropped down a couple spots. Pekara is back in the top 3. Sana moves up to 4th. Korone still holding on to 5th. Roha remains 7th. Wotan, Roboco, and Polka consist the rest of the top 10 at the moment. Aqua makes a mistake. Let's, what, And now she's being lapped behind by Flair and Anya, and no, at least Flair, with Anya and Pekara at her tail. And Matsuri is, I guess, a lapped driver. Yeah, Matsuri's a lapped driver. And it's once again Flair Pekara, Gen 3-1-2 as Matsuri spins. Matsuri's a lap driver, it doesn't matter. Tsukumo-sana is now in the top 3. Korone goes up to 4. Pekara goes down to 5th. Anya is back in P2. Flair's lead is now 9.65 seconds. It's still the 32 drivers racing. 25 drivers within the lead lap. As more cars are having to stop at the pit lane. Moko's just getting out of the pits. Now she's behind by 1 lap. And now it's 24 drivers behind by a lap. Fauna, unfortunately, is 2 laps behind. And Sukmasana has gone up to 2nd now, with Pekara way behind the others at the moment. As we contemplate the battle between Anya and Korne for potential podium spots. But there's still a distance between each driver. It's single file racing all throughout. Hanata is 26th, a lap behind. She and Matsuri are being obstacles for some of these drivers. Still Flair with the lead. Flair's going under the bottom section of the loop-de-loop. And Korne has gone up into 3rd and is chasing Sana to go back to 2nd. Here comes Korne. Oh no! A mistake. A mistake. A mistake, and Sana just peels away from Korne. Korne will try again. No, this is straight away. No opportunities for overtakes there. And Flair continues to be in the lead. Sana still 2nd. Flair's lead only gets bigger and bigger. 11.3 now. As even more drivers spill out. While I was busy with other things in mind. Watsume and Sora and Mio all blunder. Watsume especially. Yeah, that is still bad for Uber Sheep. Another driver failing to score for that team. So Watsume, Sora, and Mio are out of the race. So Yozoramel and Luna and Watsume will still be scoreless after 5 rounds. 3 to go at La Dehesa. Kanata is 25th. Looks to still remain in the points. Trying to salvage some dignity for her team. And look at Iroha, she's she's been doing a fantabulous job on the racing circuits. One of the two good drivers in the secret society, Hoax. Louis crashed out early, unfortunately, in this race, but Iroha is doing a good job. She's in the top 10 as Matsuri spills again, because and it still doesn't matter because she's a lapped car. 2 to go. Yeah, nobody cares about lapped cars unless there's championship implications on the line. Crony, Fauna, and Aqua are behind by more than 1 lap. There are 29 drivers left in the race. And Flair's lead is still a relatively massive one. Let's have a look at some of the drivers. A mix of lapped drivers and top 10 drivers. And here is Flair going into start-finish straight. 1 to go at La Dehesa Oeste. The cars don't have DRS. I don't know how to enable DRS for AI racing in this simulator. And these are older style F1 cars. I don't think DRS existed back then. Anyway, here comes Flair as we see Aqua just spin out. Sadly. Just along straightaway and tight hairpin turn, and Flair's gonna get another race victory. It's all Shiranui Flair throughout this round. Here comes hairpin turn. Shiranui Flair once again does it for Usada Kensetsu. Round number 5 goes to her. A complete 101-point race result for Flair. Congratulations to her. Sana will be over 8 seconds behind. Finish second. Korane makes a podium. So she's catching up with the rest of her team. Anya and Fubuki go into the top 5. So that's 2 MiofaTauri drivers in the top 5. As the others finish off the race. Aqua gives up, no score for her. Okay, we'll get points, but Crony and Fauna unfortunately will finish scoreless here. Kanata will score 7 points, so the Constructors' Championship will see the team go up from 1 solitary point now to 8 points. Still absurdly behind the rest of the pack in that team championship. Journey Flare, the race winner. Sana, another podium for her. As we bring in the points, Flare, Sana, and Corone, the top three at La Dehesa Oeste. So Flare, that is race win number 2 for her. And Sana, another podium. She now has 1 win, 1 second place. Corone gets her second podium finish. She now has a second and now a third. And we are going to lock in the points. Flare, Sana, Corone, Anya, Fubuki. Looks like MiofaTauri is going to continue leading the Constructors' Championship while Uber Sheep is still counting sheep themselves. Let's see. Where were we? Miko, Callie, Kiara, Akirose, Gura. Disappointing 18th after having the lead, being in the top 3 at some points. And how can we forget about Risu? She's going to be on the board. 19th. Sweat Spirits across. Thank you. Roboko, Nene, Gura, Matsuri, Kanata, Hachama, Okayu. 26 drivers will score. The rest, not so much. Watame fails to score, Sora fails to score, Mio fails to score, and the rest fail to score. And Korori finishes dead last, 36th place out in the first turn of the race because R Factor once again wants to flip middle fingers at me. Points going to lock in. And check to confirm everything's good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, 3 NCs, and yeah. It looks good to me. So Okayu barely managing to get into the points scheme. As we see how it is in the Constructors... No, the Drivers' Championship first, not the Constructors' Championship later. Flare is the new leader in the Drivers' Championship after that's a win. That's 2 consecutive, 3 overall pole position race wins this series. Flare is on 101 points. Fubuki goes up to second now. Consecutive 5th place finishes. 191 points. Smosana, 175 points, is third after another podium finish. Okayu goes down to 4th with 166 points. Kazuma Iroha remains in the top 5, 147 points. Gura drops out of the top 5 entirely. sixth with 141 points. And 3 drivers still remain scoreless this series. That's Yozo Amel, Himawari Luna, and Tsunamaki Watame. And the Constructors' Championship, unsurprisingly, Gen 4 still well behind the rest of the championship standings on 8 points. The next highest is Gen 1 with 138 points. And Gamers still leads the Constructors' Championship with 477 points. More to come with round number 6 at La Dehesa Este, the East Circuits. After a quick timeout, gonna take a couple minutes, and then we'll get to round 6. So be sure to tune in for round number 6. Be back in a couple moments. Okay. Alright. And here I am again. Alright, we're gonna come back to RF. And get right to it. We'll move on to La Dehesa Este, a slightly bigger circuit at 3.42 miles, 5.506 kilometers. It's called the Este Circuit because this circuit is roughly shaped like the letter E. So, if you don't know what an E looks like, well, look at the chat. E. Once again, this is a fantasy circuit. Once again, the error pops up, but it doesn't cause our factory to close, because the track will still load fine anyway. And I think I have the race set for 13 laps. And yes, it should be 13. It should be 13. I checked the replay. Duplicates go off. Should say 55 over there. Once again, 40 minutes of qualifying time. Waiting for the time to go down to the 40-minute mark, so we can have a look through at the more difficult version of the circuit. Let's follow Yuzuki Choco, who herself has yet to make the podium. Of course, if you tuned in yesterday, spoiler alert, Gura got a race win at Charade in round 2. And Choco Sensei has yet to finish in the top 3. She's basically been quiet throughout the whole FH series, and wants to make a statement for herself eventually. It's like the students are surpassing the masters. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with this. It's almost the end of the lap. We're going through the middle part of the E, and then and a couple more turns, and that's a lap at Dehesa. I think that's a slightly banked portion of the track. And then after that, to start finish straight, and that's the circuit. And yes, there you go. There we go. Welcome to the Dehesa Esta circuit. Alright. Grid. Matsuri. No go. Itchem. No go. Noel. No go. Flare enables the winner's curse. So she won't go in. Takani Louie will, for consecutive races, not score. Shiona fails to qualify. Ollie is too dead to race. Fubuki failing to qualify. Ina, I'm sorry to report, will not be in either Dehesa race. Will fail to qualify for a third consecutive race. Choco will fail to qualify for a third consecutive race. Muna will fail to qualify for a fourth consecutive race. Because you know how she is with yeah. What, didn't she have like a 7-race no score streak last series, and now she is continuing to not bother with racing. That's 4 consecutive DNQs for Muna. And where's Amelia? Where's Amelia? She'll start off 5th. So her DNQ streak ends there. And Mel's 4-race DNQ streak will halt as she'll race this round. Rushia fails to qualify. Iris fails to qualify. Iofi fails to qualify. As I've stated, Choco fails to qualify. Kurane is a scratch for this race, so that's the 2 MiofaTauri drivers in the top 5 failing to qualify here. Actually, no, Kurane isn't in the top 5 in the drivers' championship, but yeah, she finished 3rd in the Oesta race, but she will not be in the Esta race. I am unable to think clearly. Polka and Watame just miss out. So Watame will go scoreless after the first half of races, and she'll be way down there in the Drivers' Championship. Unfortunately for you member sheep, you hate to see it. Luna is at least in, so yeah, she wants to get on the points, but I fear the opening turns will provide some drama, like just what we have here to begin with. Aki Rose gets the bonus point for starting off in pole. Aki Rose of Red Heart Racing. That's Gen 1. Aki Rose won a race previously at Abu Dhabi in the second series. Coincidentally enough, the F1 Championship concluded at Abu Dhabi just this morning. This morning, my time at least, evening over there. Once again, congratulations, Max Verstappen. You absolute thing of beauty. Sana and Koyori, Risu, Amelia, and Rene. Aqua, Kiara, and Crony. Where were we? Lammy, Suisse Mel. And Kanata, Miko, Botan. Towa, Gura, and Azuki. Laplace, Hato, Mio. Iroha, Sora, and Subaru. And Okayu, Luna, and Meimei. Marine, Bells, and Callie. Anya, Chloe, and Nene. And finally, Pekora, Fauna, and Roboco. That is your 36-car grid, round number 6 at La Dehesa Este. 13 laps on the circuit. Everyone is good to go. Music is going to be up, and we are going to get set for racing here. Here we go! Round number 6 with Aki Rose on pole position. And it's lights out, and away we go! Everyone speeding out on this straightaway, heading into the first tight turn. Aki Rose able to evade the opening mess, and I think drivers are gonna go down to single file. The mess continues to transpire here. Everyone, I think, is starting to go to single lane now. Hardly much in the way of issue here. Back of the grid. Very good starts by Aki Rose. Pole position advantage, able to have her evade the opening mess of cars. As you can see some bumping toward the rear of the grid. This is a nicer view here. It's a mixture of side-by-side and single-file racing as drivers try to find control here on the circuit, as As you see Risu suddenly take the lead. What just happened? Akiro's out! That's the pole sitter crashing out of the race. Unfortunately, couldn't find a replay of the incident, but the pole sitter, once again, pole sitter out early on, like how Koyori crashed out at Sherrod. So she's gonna come out with just a 1 point. Callie also out. That's gonna be 4 drivers out. Anya, Sora, Akiros, and Callie all out in the opening lap. Ayunda, Risu, Yozora, Mel, and Tsukumo Sana, your top 3 after this opening lap. As we scratch out a few names who have somehow not managed to survive the early mess. And now add Kanata to the list. Because, goodness gracious, Uber Sheep just cannot catch a break. So 5 down already. Towa's just now coming out of pit lane. We want to see if there's more trouble that might transpire here. As I go around this steep turn, Risu, Mel, and Sana still the top 3. Last 2 series, Risu did not do well. Risu got wins in the first 2 series, and then series 3 and 4 did not do well. Oh, Mel has spun! Oh, Sana and Koyori spun, but not as dramatic as Mel, and Sana and Koyori are approaching Mel! Oh my goodness! And Koyori will try to make a push for second now. No, nothing doing. And Korea goes back down to 4th. Back to the drawing board. Mel remains second. Ayunda, Risu leading by 6.7. As we have a little bit of a pit lane shuffle between these few drivers. Oh, Lammy and Okayu! Be very careful. Roha spun way out of control here. Oh, there was a brush with danger with Roboko-san, but she's still driving. Yeah, Risu has a big lead, but we'll just come back to her. And this is just single file driving with these drivers at least. This is a wide view as we see drivers end up going in pit lane. And Suisse goes wide. And Twappy once again finds gravel. These drivers made it fine at least. And we might have issues here. No, no, I think they were all moving. And Chloe, try taking off your mask. You'll have a better view of the track ahead of you. Your peripheral vision won't be as fucked up if you just remove your mask, your usual mask, and just drive with your helmet and on. Anyways, Chloe's still driving on 12th. Still no change to the top 5. Already through 4 laps. The car of Laplace Darkness is ahead of Yosu Amel. Which doesn't make sense position-wise, but Mel wants to get as close to Risu as possible. Oh, a mistake by Risu. That'll allow Mel to try to take the lead. Risu is out of the race! Risu tragically crashes out for no points. She just finds barrier. No, she got slammed by Koyori! No, not Koyori again! No, 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 no! Hakui Koyori crashes out again! Yosu Amel, who has come into the race with no points after the first 5 rounds, finds herself in the lead all of a sudden. As Koyori tragically crashes out along with Ayunda Risu. That's 3 of the drivers who started off in the first 2 rows crashing out for no score. Which includes Koyori. Sadness ensuing. Risu had a big lead at one point, but she just spun out of control. I think it's this section that's causing the most issues for the drivers. Oh, Lammy and Mei again out of it. That leaves 18 drivers within the lead lap at the moment. See, I am telling you, this is a race of attrition. This is even tougher than the Oesta circuit, this Esta circuit. And I'm really wanting to see how it is with the drivers in Uber Sheep. Annoyingly, Towa is the best there is at the moment, in a rather middling 16th. Luna is 1 lap behind at 28th. Almost runs into Suisse. Kanata already out early on. Whoa, look at this! The the front to spin. And that shuffle allows Skmosana to take the lead over Mel. Indirectly helped by Laplace Darkness. Azuki is up to third now. Botan, Aqua, top 5. Series 3 champion Popolia Arena is 6th. Slovakia ring winner Okayu 7th. Iroha 8th, Chloe 9th, Marine 10th. Susana Azuki goes up to 2nd. Botan is 3rd now. Aqua moves up to 4th. Reina 5th as Mel has to go in pit. And do we have more drivers out due to accident? Not that I can tell here. Still 9 drivers crashing out. Boy, luck is in Sana's favor. Oh, she laps Laplace. And now Laplace is down a lap. And she wants to lap Ame as well. Subaru is in pit lane. We continue to see how the drivers are doing as they cross the start-finish. Bells spins. Luna spins. Towa spins. Oh, all these drivers are spinning in that section of the track. Oh, this part of the track is considered hard to control. Oh, Azuki just applies her brakes correctly. Aqua seems to be good. Kazuma Iroha, be careful out there. Oh, a mess! A mess! Oh, Bells! What happened? Oh no! She has crashed out. Bells is out. Echoes Bells is out of it. Those cars have to try to avoid her somehow. Oh, what a major double R rat. Another car loses a wheel and finds herself out. Oh, careful. Drama unfolding here. Masana with a few lapped cars behind. Atsana, Azuki, and Botan, the top 3. Botan able to control herself. Minato Aqua. Oh, be very careful. Popolia Reina. Oh, Roboco, careful. Oh, this is a big race for Sana. Oh, what was that? Oh, it's just a nothing burger. Oh, Crony, I believe has crashed out. Ozaki barely remains in second. Crony is out. Aqua just skids out of the way. Marina and Mel. Oh, it's drama at this part of the circuit in particular. 3 to go. A lot of accidents. Towa still barely in it. Luna 3 laps behind, unfortunately. Not good for her. Not good for her should she want to get points. Comes Masana. And with Oski well behind. 4.294. Only 13 drivers are... No, make that 12 drivers now. 12 drivers are within lead lap. Aqua makes a mistake on that turn. Oh, Roboco crashes out! Got ran into by Rene. Oh, and she's on fire! Look again on replay. Lost control. Tries to get back in. Wham! Loses her rear bumper and a wheel, and she has flamed out. It's 2 to go with Sana on the verge of another race win this series. Her second overall, both in this series. Oh, careful! No surprise that this track is even crazier than last. Subaru spins. Cars continue to lose wheels. Sana in control here. Going into the hairpin. And she'll be on the board. She'll get points. She is going to have a big lead going into the last lap. Expect few scores, if at all, in this race. Yeah, 20, which is surprising. Yeah, it's surprising that 20 drivers will. There's still 20 drivers still with a good chance to score. There would be fewer point scores than that, but yeah, with the amount of drivers crashing out in that one section. But Sana having a one hell of a series. Just needs to control herself on these very tricky turns. And, oh, very good work by Santa. Gotta watch out for the lap car of Suisse. And just a bent turn, and the hairpin turn should do it for Tsukumo Sana. Hairpin turn approaches Sana, and another race win for her. Tsukumo Sana is going to be your winner at La Dehesa Este for her second win this series. She has done it again. Aski coming home for another podium finish. And third place is gonna belong to Shishiro Botan. Minato Aqua makes the top 5. And so will Pavolia Rene. A lot of cars crashing out, and Drivers' Championship certainly gonna be affected somewhat. Luna will not score, unfortunately. Towa still needs to finish should she want to get on the board. Chloe will finish 6th. That may be her best finish yet this series. As Marine spins on that section, what else is new? Luckily, it's a couple of easy sections left for Tokoyami Towa. That's going to add 14 more points to the team total for Gen 4. Still absolutely behind the rest of the teams, but any amount of points is better than adding no extra points for a race. Still waiting for Hachima to finish, and she will close out the points. 20 drivers will score this race. Yeah, Marine out with accident, but she will be classified as having scored 32 points. Only 13 drivers managing to complete the full distance. As we stop the music, bring in the points, and we'll wrap up for today. Oh, there have been many wrecks, and sadly, Koyori was one of them. Sana Aski Botan, your top 3. And then Aqua, Rene, Chloe, Mel gets on the board. That leaves Watame and Luna, the two drivers from Uber Sheep, yet to score as we go on this 11-day break before we begin the second half of the 5th series. Okayu finishes 8th. Saraspana 9. Hosho Marine will finish 10th. We'll get points. We'll get credited. Suisse 11th, and Amelia gets 12th. Laplace earns points. Mio, Nene, Iroha, Gura, Kiara, Towa, and Hachima will all score. Pekara, Luna, Subaru, and Miko are each 3 laps behind. No score for either of them. And we have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 drivers crashing out due to accidents. including pole sitter Aki Rose. Corey crashed out. Sad times. I don't rig the races myself. I just let the game rig the races. It's all AI. Right. So let's see. Let's see how the constructors' championship and the drivers' championship stack up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep, and 4, 8, 12, and with 4 NCs. Drivers' Championship is now led by Tsukumo Sana with 275 points to Shiranui Flair's 223 points. Okayu Fubuki still in the top 5, 202 and 191 respectively. Kazuma Iroha in the top 5, 167 points. And the Constructors' Championship. The Constructors' Championship sees Gen 4 go up to 22 points. Still well behind ID Gen 1 with 154 points. And no surprise there, Gamers breaks the 500 point barrier. They're now at 537 points. Because we only count the 3 highest scores for each team now. I just want to make sure the points add up right. 191 plus 144 plus 202. That's 537. The math works out. Gamers still lead the Constructors' Championship. And now EN Gen 2, the Council, moves up to 2nd in the championship. Thanks to Tsukumo Sana, the new championship leader. So, we already featured her car yesterday, so I suppose we will feature Okayu to wrap up the day, because she gets her first race win in FH. Sana, Azuki, and Botan. And where's Botan? Botan. There we go. So, congratulations to your race winners for today. Sana, Flair, and Okayu. Not her. Yeah, okay. Okayu, your winner at Slovakia ring. There's your car. There's her car right there. And that is it for now. So there'll be no streams next weekend because I have prior commitments. What announcers call on assignments. The next set of races will not be until like the 23rd. We are going to race at Wilton Park, Mar del Plata, and Zolder. So be sure to tune into that on the 23rd at 11 a.m. Eastern as we continue the HoloDrive for 5. So thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday. We'll see you on the 23rd for more of Formula Holo 5th Series action. Take care, everyone. Have a great Sunday. Otsudag!